Man says it works.
All right.
Are we ready?
Yep. You get started first.
Good morning. I'm Josh.
I'm Banks. It is technically not morning. It is.
And that doesn't matter to me.
I know. I'm Banks. We are together. Our place is going.
Viral in Winter Garden.
Yeah. Attic door. In fact, I hang out right at this little
Right
table
here?
right behind here. Yeah, this is my table. Josh, infrastructure. What is it?
The structure within a community or society. You want like the Oxford definition or like the...
No, I just want. Well, I want.
It's
to
the
know-
stuff that lets us do the things that we need to do.
Okay, such as.
So it's the skeleton. Let's do a body equivalent. It's a skeleton. You want to work out, you want to do anything, you need to have your skeleton in place, and it's got to be healthy. Otherwise, you're a lump of shit. So for society not to be a lump of shit, it needs infrastructure to allow it to give it the ability to do things.
Okay, so governmental infrastructure. Let's start at the city level. So,
Okay.
The city. What would be the infrastructure?
Oh, roads and bridges and codes, regulations.
Well, that would be for everything, right? I mean, that would
Yeah.
be for. Okay.
Well, a city can't operate without ordinances, without water, without electricity.
Okay.
These are things that
Okay,
are,
so that's infrastructure. So we're looking
Yeah.
at water, electricity, roads, bridges.
yes, the skeleton of the city.
Okay. All right. So what about like Wi-Fi? Would Wi-Fi be one of them?
Nowadays, yes. Not having Wi-Fi is actually considered a
Disadvantage.
a societal or economic disadvantage.
All right.
Because if you want to apply for a job, there's some jobs you can't turn in a paper resume. You have to actually send it, do it online or send it through email.
Okay.
So if you don't have access to Wi-Fi, you're actually at a severe disadvantage.
All right. So what about capital? What about human infrastructure? What is human infrastructure?
Infrastructure for humans. Isn't that the same stuff that we're talking about? Right? Power doesn't need to exist outside of humans. We need power.
No. I mean, okay.
What do you mean?
What would
Human
give
resources?
humans, not the power, but what would be infrastructure for a human? And you said skeleton. I'm trying to think outside. Education. What about education? Would that be infrastructure?
Would that be infrastructure? Yeah. You probably need an education system of some sort.
Okay.
Because you want humans to be contributing members of society. So yeah, I would go with that.
All right. What about? Okay. So if humans are, education is. So we're looking at pre-K. Is that infrastructure?
Yeah. So I think what we're trying to figure out here is what is necessary versus luxury.
All right.
If it's necessary, it's probably infrastructure.
Okay.
If it's luxury, it's luxury.
All right. A yacht.
That's probably not infrastructure.
Okay. All right. A bus is for downtown city transportation.
Transportation?
Yeah.
Sounds pretty necessary.
All right. A buses for schools would be the same. How about paying teachers? Infrastructure?
Paying teachers?
Yeah.
As opposed to not paying them at all?
Well, I mean, the salary you give to a person who teaches.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So okay. What about education K through 12? Infrastructure?
Yeah. Even though I'm not a fan of the way we do it, that it does need to be there in some fashion.
All right. So let's jump into
Yeah.
that.
What's
Like our education system is the wrong way, according to you?
Well, it's a school system. It's not an education system per se.
Explain.
I don't think it doesn't educate. It conforms. It helps people conform to society, whatever that means. How to get a job, how to just do the bare minimum, how to. I don't. And this is a cynical viewpoint. I agree. It's very cynical.
So
I
what?
don't think we're educated anymore.
Okay, so
well.
we're not educated. So what are we? We indoctrinated?
Yeah.
We're socially
We're conditioning.
we're conditioned.
We're telling people what to think. We're telling people what to do, not helping people make their own decisions. That's true education. Enabling a person to make their own decisions.
All right, well, I'm going to jump into this.
Yeah, bring it.
Allowing people to make their own decisions, right?
equipping people to make their own decisions.
Okay, equipping.
Not allowing. We already have the allowance, and that's the problem. That's why we have half our fucking state that isn't vaccinated. They fucking think science is the devil. Like, so no, we're already allowing people to think what they want to think. It's equipping them to properly and critically think.
Okay. You knew where I was going with that. All right. What is wrong, though, with them deciding? I mean, we can talk
Let's
about
take vaccinations. I don't care if someone gets a vaccination or not.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Right.
Seriously. What I care about is why they don't, or why they do. I care about the why. So
Okay.
if you say, Josh, I don't want a vaccination, and I ask you why, and your answer is, well, you know what? I've looked into the science of it. I really do understand it, and I'm just an asshole. I just don't fucking care. I don't care about you. I don't care about anyone else except myself, and that's it. And I could respect that.
You can respect that.
I can totally respect that because that's actually a reality-based, critically thought-out argument.
Okay.
The guy decided, or the person decided they want to be an asshole.
Has that ever happened to you? Has someone ever
No,
said?
because they don't have that level of self-awareness. People, because I don't think people want to be that way. But that's the truth of it.
I read an article. The writer was talking to her brother, and her brother did not get a vaccine, and it was all the reasons why. You know, I don't want to get a vaccine because I don't want to be told what to do. What about that? If somebody gave me that, I don't want to be told what to do.
That's a problem. You're in a society. Every day you live in a society willingly, you're signing a societal contract that says, I will play nice. I will work within my societal contract to not hurt other people. You want your liberties? Great. Your liberties and freedoms stop when it infringes on someone else's liberty and freedom in your society.
All right, so
You can't have it both ways.
Okay.
That's called being a fucking toddler.
I'm gonna argue. I'm gonna argue with you on this. I'm gonna just take the other side.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't want to be around people then. I'm okay.
Bye. No problem.
All right. So I'm not
And
gonna
then make your own rules. Go out in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
Make your own rules. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay. So what you're saying though is if you want to coexist, if you want to be a part of society, you need to play by the rules, right?
Yeah, the agreed upon contract where we all say we're giving power to the government to protect our public safety, and if public safety says do this, this, and this, we do it.
Okay.
For the good of the community.
So what do we put into the government? What do we say to our elected officials? I mean, what is their contract with us? Keep us safe? Is that one of them?
That's one of them. Provide infrastructure,
Okay.
right?
I mean,
keep us safe.
There's a military to protect us, right?
Yeah.
There's police that protect us. There's teachers that teach us.
Firefighters that-
EMTs.
EMTs. Yeah.
Okay, I got it. So,
Provide a
we-
service. Government is here to service us.
okay, so the leaders are here to protect us. Now, I mean, can we agree on that?
To service us, and protection is one of those things.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So if they are to protect us and service us, I mean, they tell us, they pass laws where we have to wear seatbelts because if we don't wear they found out that if you don't wear a seatbelt, you die. If you get higher
Yeah.
chances of dying.
That's actually more egregious, honestly, to personal freedoms than getting a vaccination. I mean, we can go to a whole argument of why you should wear a seatbelt, but really that is more of a personal choice, even though it affects your family, there's a ripple effect. But no one else dies except you if you don't wear a seatbelt.
Okay.
I can actually see an argument there to say, why let me die? That's why we don't have motorcycle helmet laws in Florida.
Right.
It's called the natural selection law. It's called, I do what you want. It's cool.
All right. So I think what we're getting to is liberty is on one side of justice, and the other, I'm just on the balance is
Yeah.
liberty, and the other one is safety. You can have as much liberty as you want, do whatever the hell you want to do, okay, as long as you don't hurt others, okay, and there is an argument for hurting others if you're not vaccinated.
Yeah, I don't see those as opposites, though. I don't see those as opposites.
Okay, why not?
How could you have liberty if you don't have safety? So in other words, if I'm afraid to leave my house because better than seatbelt laws, headlight mandate. There's a headlight mandate. When it's dark, you have to turn your headlights on in your car.
Okay, got it.
If I don't know that there's a headlight mandate, if in other words, if there isn't one, I may be afraid to go drive at night, which limits my freedom and my liberty, because I no longer feel safe to drive at night. Yeah, I'm going to wear my headlamps. I'm going to use my headlights. But if you don't, and you're going to drive crazy 100 miles an hour,
Yeah.
I can't take that risk. So you see, now my liberty is curtailed in a society. This is why liberty and safety are not opposites. It can't be.
Well, I mean, in this regard, it is. I mean, with the with the virus, with the vaccination, okay, I don't want to be told what to do. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. I want my liberty. Okay.
Okay.
Give me liberty or give me death. And by the way, I heard that the other day, and I just, yeah, it hit me as kind of ironic.
So,
And that's why it took liberty as one side, and the other side is the safety of the citizens.
but if you knew that, let's say let's take it to extreme. Nobody were vaccinated. You didn't know who was sick. People were filling up the hospitals. People were dying. Would you think twice about leaving your house? Would you be a little more cautious about where you go?
If I didn't know,
There were no mask mandates at all. There were no vaccinations. Like, you just didn't know who was sick, what was going on.
yeah, but that's my choice to go out or not.
Correct, but would you choose to not to? Would you feel a little, would you be concerned about going in?
I would.
So that would be restricting your liberty. You no longer feel
But
safe
that's
to
my
leave your
choice.
house.
That's my choice. I have that choice if I want to go out or not.
You do. Well, you have the choice to drive without your lights on and go 100 miles an hour.
I'm Banks.
I'm Josh.
We are Odd Places going.
Viral.
Let me see if it works.